So my name is Carol Johnson, and I'm honored to serve Alpha Gamma Rho every day as their Chief Development Officer. Through this position, I'm able to influence the lives of young agriculturalists as our fraternity strives to make better men, and through them, a broader and better agriculture. So I'm able to take my agricultural interest and development experience and really make a difference every day. I am a 7th generation farmer on this land that we live. My 6th great grandfather actually homesteaded the place, and so my dad wanted boys and he got 2 girls. And here we are, me and my husband, raising our 2 kids on the farm. So growing up, I never really knew what I wanted to do, but I knew that I wanted to live on the farm. Eventually that was going to be my goal, was to live on the farm. So going to college, I guess I left high school as an FFA member, a state officer for Arkansas FFA Association, knowing that I was going to study agriculture, and that came from one person, and that was my ag teacher, Rodney Weedor. I remember to the day, we were looking at some show hogs as we were finishing up our senior year, and he said, "What are you going to do when you go to college? What are you going to study? What are you going to be when you grow up?" And I said, "I don't know. What do you think I should do? What do you think I should be?" And very vividly, I remember him pulling me aside and he said, "You know, I've got some friends that work for Farm Credit. You should really look at that. You should think about that position." And he's really the one who inspired me to study agriculture in college and to start out studying agricultural business. During that time of my life, my parents, who are very strong Christians and very good to give me everything I needed, they were going to send me to the University of Central Arkansas. So everything was set. I was to graduate high school, and that was where I was going to be attending college. And so then Mr. Weedor took it upon himself to introduce me to his dean of the College of Agriculture, and they rolled the red carpet out for me at Arkansas State University. They said, "You're a state officer, you're from a farming community, we'd love to have you as an ag business major." And so I had a full paid ride, room and board and everything at Arkansas State University because of my involvement with FFA and because of my ag teacher. He ultimately single-handedly changed my trajectory of career paths, and I think that I'll always be indebted to him for what he did for me through that. So I went to college and was a state FFA officer. And I can remember that the dean of the College of Agriculture came to me one day and said, "You look bored. You need some activities. I'm going to introduce you to this young man right here. His name is Warren Dean Weatherly, and he is the Alpha Gamma Rho Noble Ruler." And from that moment, I became a little sis for the organization that I now work for. So it just goes to show you that you never know when you're involved in something in high school or college what impact that's going to make on you. So when I got out of college, I immediately started looking for jobs, and I taught as an adjunct for Arkansas State University BB through an internship. I worked for Arkansas Cattlemen's Association and Arkansas Cattle Business Magazine. I had been the Arkansas Beef Princess, and so that was a really good opportunity for me to learn about development, which is what I do now. We raised money and organized gathering donations to put together a museum at the Arkansas Cattlemen's building. So if you've ever been there, that was a big part of what I did in my very first job. So I learned about development and fundraising, and then was hired away by Farm Credit Services of Western Arkansas. Stayed there and learned a lot about management, finances, accounting, and how important that is for agriculturalists and farmers. And so worked there up until being promoted to a branch manager position, and then ASU came calling and wanted to hire me back. I started out working with student development, and then community development, and then campus development, and I raised money to build a $22 million campus there for the Heber Springs area, which is my home community. And I stayed there for a really, really long time, about 16 years, and during that period of time, I had finished a Master's of Business Administration with emphasis in finance, and then got a doctorate of educational leadership with emphasis in governance and law. So I'd gotten kind of way away from agriculture, which was really feeling strange at the time. And as a faithful person, I believe that God led me to the opportunity that I have now, which is serving as the Chief Development Officer for the world's only agriculture fraternity, Alpha Gamma Rho. And it's a huge honor because the better men that our fraternity makes helped make me the better person that I am today, and definitely the better development officer because of all the experiences I've had.